Hey, 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 it's Leona. How you doing? Happy Wednesday. I hope you're well and good. How are you? Today we're going to do some acrylic painting. I'm super excited to show you this one because I don't think I've done it on the YouTube Live. Well, I know that I haven't done it on the YouTube Live yet. I started it last week and I thought, what a great painting to show you guys. What a great painting to talk about. Beautiful, beautiful colours. So I'm going to be finishing it off today. I've got 3 more steps to do. So come on in the room. Come and join me. Come chill out. Come chat. This stream is all about artist support. So if you're an artist or creative person or someone who wants to get into art, so if you're a beginner, these streams are perfect for you. We like to just have a good old conversation and just like chill out together, have a nice relaxing time, do some painting and really get to grips with why painting is so beneficial for you. And that is because it helps like reduce your heart rate, makes you feel really relaxed, makes you de-stress, forget about stuff that's going on in the world and just be with yourself, which is really nice, and be with like-minded folk as well, right? So welcome to those who have joined. I can see there's people joining already. Come along in the chat. Don't be shy. You know you wanna. Come along in the chat. I hope you like my setup today. As you know, I like to bring a little bit of a different setup in the studio like every single week. So this time I've got the fireplace happening behind me. I need a little bit of extra energy today, so I'm going to put the fireplace on. The virtual fireplace is going to happen. Project that fireplace onto the wall or onto the door, as you can see. So I've got the fire behind me to kind of cheer me on and keep my energy up, and then we've got some kind of like spirally sort of circles in the back there, some sort of squarey bits there is actually, I don't know if you can see, but there's actually some kind of like watery stuff happening here, but I think I should have made it a little bit stronger. You can see it's quite subtle, but that's like a watery vibe. So we've got the balance between the fire and the water, and then we've also got this kind of like fabulous sort of weird psychedelic pattern happening here, because who doesn't need a bit of weird and psychedelic in their lives? Do you know what I'm saying? And the great thing is that whenever I sit back like this, I just start going into the colours like more and more and more and more, which is quite fun. Fun for me, hopefully fun for you as well. So we're going to be doing this Matisse painting today. If you can see, it's actually on the wall here behind me. So this is the one that we are doing an interpretation of and we're finishing off today. You can already see it down here in the bottom left hand corner. And I will be going over to the artwork so you can see it really big. So this is the kind of view you're going to see for most of the stream, and I'm going to be here in the corner chatting away, chatting to you, and I'll be painting here. But always I like at the beginning just to come in and have a little chat, see how you are and everything, have a little talk, and then I get started. So that's how it normally rolls. So but yeah, this painting, Miko, how you doing, sweetie? Happy Wednesday. How are you, darling? How are you? I saw your little comment earlier. I saw your little comment when you were like, I'm way too early. It was about 5 hours ago. I was like, oh, Miko's here already. That's so adorable. Let me know you can hear the music okay, or if it's too loud, let me know. Usually it's too quiet, so let me know. Blanket hellos to you all. Right, just get it done in one swoop. Hello to everyone, done. So yeah, we're going to be doing a Matisse painting today. As you can see, it's here. It's the woman with the hat from 1905. It's one of my favourite Matisse paintings. It's before he went all into his whole kind of cutout stage, which was much later on in his life. And it's beautiful, it's fauvist, it's colourful, it's vibrant. It actually deals with a lot of complementary colours, which we can have a good old chat about as we go along. Let me know how you are. Oh, yes I do. Yes I do, for Miko. What else have I got to say about this painting? We should just really get started with it, really, shouldn't we? Oh yeah, I do have to say one more thing actually before I get going. If you are interested, I will have some online classes coming up real soon, including how to paint this one. So if you're interested in that, please sign up to my newsletter, which is artistresource.co.uk/newsletter, to hear about it first. And if you want to come and join the live stream, so whether you're watching this in the replay now or you're here in the room now, if you want to make sure that you can join every week, obviously subscribe to this channel, click the bell for the notifications, and then you'll get notified. But also, if you don't want to do that for any reason, you can always go to my Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at Artist Resource and get the link there. I mean, I'm just doing it all. I'm just doing it all for you. My TV is loud. We battling for sound, Hey, hello, how you doing, sweetie? How are you? Do you like my setup today? I've gone full out colour and I've got some fire behind me to try and give me some extra energy today. I need a little bit of an extra energy boost. Alex, how you doing? Welcome, happy Wednesday. How are you? I know you were going to miss the stream last week. How are you? You all right? You've been good? Yeah, let me know if you like the visuals on the back. Okay, should we get started? So I'm not going to leave you, obviously. I'm just going to be going over into that little corner. Oh, I can never, you know, the trouble with this, right, is everything is reversed, so I naturally want to go over here. Oh no, wait a minute, that did work. I'm going to go over here. Oh, technology. Don't you just love it? Don't you just love it? I actually do love it. I've learned so much about technology the last 6 months. Oh my God. I'm actually a pro now. I'm actually a pro. So just call me with all your live streaming requirements and I'll be able to... Actually, that isn't a joke. If you need any like hints and tips about that stuff, just let me know. Anyway, I'm going to go over here into the little box. Let me know you can hear me all right. Let me know if the music's too loud or anything like that. Oh, you said you don't hear it much, Miko. Oh, okay. Well, look, what can we do? What can we do about these things? I don't want to put it any louder because I feel like I'm already talking a bit loud. Anyway, let me know how your work's going, everybody. What you up to? What projects you got going on? We've got an impromptu guest. Wait a minute, I'm gonna have to go back on the main for that, for the reverse, for the walk back. I'm gonna stay here. Do you need a coffee or a tea? I've got a tea. I can't really drink coffee. It's a bit late for me to drink a coffee. I'll just be up all night. I'll be up all night on coffee going, woo! We need to mellow. This is another reason I love art, you know, is because we've got all the mellow vibes with art, right? Mellow, calm, relax. Chills you out. Oh, you hear it now? Oh, okay, hold on. I'm glad you hear it now. Hold on, I've got to skip an ad. Okay. It's gone. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. All right. So music check. Fire in the background check. Cup of tea check. We should be all right to get in the painting vibe now. I hope you've got all those things ready as well as you come in the journey with me. All right. So let's do it. All right, so this is, as I just said, it's a Matisse. This is early work, 1905. It's actually a painting of his wife, which is very lovely. And I am copying it and I am adding my own bit of interpretation to it because as an artist, it is always good to learn from the masters and pick up little hints and tips along the way, because basically you kind of like you don't ever know exactly what you're going to get until you actually do it, which is really, really interesting. You kind of like, you can see, and through experience you can kind of see what you're going to do and how it's going to evolve, but you never completely know exactly what's going to happen when you're copying a painting until you get into it. And that is the joy, right? That is the joy when you start learning about things and you're like, oh, look, this colour is next to this colour, and this was placed here, and this was put here for a highlight, and this was put here for a shadow, and oh my God, it's all coming together. It's just so much fun. And as a creative person or someone who's starting out their journey with art, it's just so fun. So let's get into it, right? Let's get into it. Join M, how are you? Thank you for joining. Welcome, welcome. It was lovely to see your channel the other day. How are you? Welcome. Oh, you know who's going to love your art? Halo. Halo's going to love your art. You guys should check each other out for sure. Hold on, we've got an impromptu someone coming through the room. Da, 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 da.
I'm in the visual.
He's in the visual.
Woo!
Oh my god. Oh
I'll
my
leave
god.
you guys to go with Leona's art.
Oh,
Go
thanks.
into the world of art.
Thanks
right?
on behalf of
I'm going
everybody.
into my world of art.
He's disappearing through the fire. I mean, you got to be careful. That fire's got to be careful. Who's it going to take next? There might just be another person come through, and we'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. Oh, just like with art, you never know quite what's going to happen in life. Okay. Work it, girl. Work it. So, join M, let me know what your name is. All right. I'm fine, thank you. Good. Yeah, we're always having the giggles on here. I'm glad to provide the giggles for you all. So, let's do this. So, you can see it on the wall here, but let me just show you a little bit of a close-up here. So, what we did last time, although I didn't stream it, but basically what we did is we laid down a foundation and then we started building up the colours one by one, going in very sort of sequential order, because you can see, if you're sort of experienced with art, you can see how a painting's layered up. So it was really interesting to know and see which colours were going on top of which colours. So the final colours I've got to do are lemon yellow, just a bit of pink, which isn't really in much places, and also the purple. So I've got 3 steps to go. Pooja! Oh, it's nice to see you, Pooja. Happy Wednesday! Now, Pooja there, she was on my Facebook Live when I started this painting. So how amazing. I'm going to finish it today. How are you, darling? You all right? Welcome, welcome. Loving your last piece, by the way. Loving it. Absolutely loving it. Gorgeous, gorgeous. You remembered I'm on. Woohoo! First thing you got to get... I'm going to be here. 7 p.m. UK time. 1 p.m. Central until they change the clocks, and then we've got to work it all out. Okay, that's a good 10 minutes of chat. Now let's get into it. So I'm going to be doing the lemon yellow first, I think, because I want to start making all the bits pop. That is my plan for today, is making this painting pop. Pop, baby, pop. Yeah, welcome to the stream, Pooja. We got some lovely people here. We got Miko and Halo. Join M, you got to tell me what your name is, so I can't remember. I'm so sorry. I've got to get it into my brain. But once I get it into my brain, I won't forget it. Okay, so which paintbrush we choose now? We're going to be doing some very fine bits, so a fine brush it will need to be. I'm actually purchasing some more brushes. You might think I don't actually need any more, but do you guys always like buying new brushes? I like buying new brushes. Do you know what I mean? You've got to get a new brush. I'm going to actually go really small actually with these two. Oh, I nearly put it in my water. Don't do that. Don't do that. Alright, so I'm going to mix it up first. Let's get a nice lemon yellow happening. Oh, she's looking mysterious behind. Right, guys, tell me who you think this looks like, because I appreciate that the face that I've done is a bit more elongated than the one in the actual painting. And who do you think it looks like? Because I think it actually looks like someone famous. Who do you think it looks like, this one? Let me know if it reminds you of anybody, because it reminds me of someone and it's really weird. I've got a lurgy, boo, and just back to New York. NY, I was going to say New York, sorry. Easily to massage, loving doing my imaginary list. Oh, I'm good, thank you. I'm sad that you're not feeling well, Pooja. Yeah, I'm all right. I'm actually just tired today. I'm just tired. I'm just, like I said, I'm just trying to get in the zone. But I'm not trying because there's no point in trying. You just got to let it be. I set a Leona alarm so I wouldn't miss the stream today. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Thank you, Halo. It's lovely to have you, darling. Let me know how your work's going. I loved your little rad emoji. That was super cool. Actually, was it an emoji? It looked like an emoji to me. Gotta buy new brushes like folks buy new pens. Yeah. Mary Poppins, right? They just keep on coming. They just keep on coming. Now the lemon yellow in this is quite light. But we're going to also see, I tell you what, the lemon yellow, no, it's good. It's good. I was going to say it's like very slightly peachy. But I don't think we need to do any more. Just got to relax into being tired. Exactly. That's why I'm not drinking coffee. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to have a normal cup of tea. And I'm just going to go with it. Because what else can you do? What else can you do, really? Alright. Should we actually do some painting? So the first thing I'm going to do, which is a really risky move, is I'm going to do the nose. Which is super risky, but I'm just going to go for it. Now she's got like, it's quite bulbous here, this little bit of, it's going to be really interesting to see how this makes this nose pop. It's very, very rounded. It's almost teardrop-like, this little bit of lemon yellow. Oh, but yes. Oh, but yes. One little thing, the first little thing, and it's looking really yummy. And then there's like a bit of yellow that kind of like swipes here. My fear is that that is a bit too light, so I'm going to actually go down with another. Let's get lemon going here. Fun! Okay. I mean, I've only done 2 things, I'm already excited. But that was the main thing, because it's like the central point of the artwork. Alright, so there's some more yellow down here. There's actually a little bit more on her chin. Oh, get this knocked off a bit. There's a bit more around here. And then there's the tiniest little bit in here, which I don't think you'll notice that much. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Tell you what, let's brighten that up a bit. This is why I've chosen this painting. It's just like really, really quickly something that's like beautiful. You know what I mean? The more colour you can have in an artwork, like the more happiness, in my opinion. Especially if you're a beginner. And remember, I teach beginners. So, yeah, the more colour you can have in a painting, the more happiness you're going to get out of it, and the more it's going to kind of like draw you in. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Do you? Hi, Zach! Look at you, making a guest appearance and coming in the chat as well. He's gracing us with his presence. Alright. So now I've got to have a really, really good look around for some lemon yellow. There's a bit down here. There actually isn't, interestingly. Thank God I need this white for some. Can we see the painting you're painting? Oh, yes. Well, actually, first of all, it's here on the wall. So you can see it here on the back. Thank you for asking, Zach. And you can also see it by me doing this. But maybe next time, actually, let me know. Let me know, guys, if you want me to put the picture up in like another little box, like in the corner. So like if you want it up here in the corner as I'm doing it, let me know and I'll do that for next time. Let me know, let me know. But usually I just like bring it off the wall and show you now and again. But yeah, let me know. Thanks, Zach, for bringing that up. Thank you very much. Good old Zach being useful. And adding the humour. But yeah, let me know, people, if you want me to do that for next time. Okay, so where else are we going? Like I said, there's not much lemon yellow. There's a bit happening on her sleeve here. There's a bit down here. And can you see, like, this painting is so expressive, like you can literally just get the right size brush and just do a few brush strokes. It's not like you've got to like go really perfect. Apart from the face, you don't actually have to be like perfection, which is something that's hugely important if you're a beginner. And actually hugely important when you've had experience, because it's just a nice freeing thing, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some yellow in the background here now, because we've got yellow, some lemon yellow. Now because it's got white, because we've tinted the lemon yellow, we've got to be really careful because it's now the paint's like super opaque. So I'm going to go round this hat really carefully. Super carefully. I'll tell you what, I'm going to keep my arm down here so you can see. That is helpful. And it's, again, it's very, very like, there's lots of little strokes. I can see on the painting there's like all these little strokes, so that's exactly what I'm doing as well. Little baby strokes. And keeping the thickness of the acrylic. Like, you want it nice and thick. You know what I mean? So I hope you're all right. Let me know how your day's been. I send all the good vibes to Pooja so she gets well. And then where else? Where else? Where else? There's actually not that much more. It's mainly just that bit. So I think I'm going to move on to the pink. I tell you what, there's a bit on the top of a handkerchief. Oh, we spoke about this other day. The other day. I missed out a word. That's how tired I am. We spoke about this the other day, about what do you think this is that she's holding? And I think it must be like a handkerchief or something, because it's like that kind of period. Do you know what I mean? 1905. They always had hankies around back then, right? I can't keep my eyes open. Oh, Miko, I'm with you. I'm with you. We need those little sticks. We need those little, we need the chopsticks. Not the chopsticks, the cocktail sticks. To keep our eyes open. Oh, sweetie. I feel you. Thank you. Oh, that's alright. It's my pleasure. Oh, actually, there's a little bit here, actually. A little highlight there. Alright. Where else? Where else? She's a little bit of yellow in there, but it's not that. Doesn't look that stark, really. Where else? Where else? Oh, there's some down here. Oh, there's actually a lot of white that I've got to put in here. Remind me to do the white, guys. Remind me to do white. So we're going to do pink, purple, and then I think we'll finish with white. So let's do the pink. Let's bring some red in. Your painting is looking super fabulous, Leona. Thank you, darling. Thank you so much. I hope all your art's going well. I'm always interested to know about your art, so if you want to chat about it, feel free, because I love hearing about what you're doing. Alright, let's get a bit of pink happening. Again, there's not much pink. There's not much pink and there's not much purple, but there is quite a lot of white. Leona, how do you clean your acrylic? Tiny brushes. I can't get mine clean enough. I tell you what, right? There is a top tip. Do you want to know a top tip? Do you remember when I used to have the little top tip box that I'd press in the corner and it would go top tip, top tip? Alright, so this is one of those moments, but I don't have that graphic anymore. But this is a top tip moment, right? What you want to do is with your tissues in here. So you want to get your tissues, you want to put them in a little tray like this, and then you want to put water on your tissues, and then when you lay your brush down on it, it's going to soak up some of the paint. So soak up some of the paint through that way. Then obviously when you're done, completely done, you can wash them in the water as normal. You can also wrap it. So if you have like a spare bit of kitchen roll or a spare bit of tissue, you can wrap your paintbrush like in a bit of tissue like that, and that will keep it nice and moist and be easier to clean as well. Top tips coming right at ya right then and there. All right, pink, 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 pink. Pink, pink, pink. It is a very kind of, there's some bits that are really pastel-y and then there's some bits that are a bit darker. So let's do the pastel-y bits first. We've got just some tiny little specks of pink. We've got some specks of pink in there. We've got a little bit more pinky on her face than that peach. Where else? Where else? Where else? Where else with the light pink? Okay, we've got a little bit on her arm here. So I'm going to kind of continue that. Some little bits here. And all around her arm here. But it's very gentle. I feel like I need to add a little bit more red in it. So this is all like the finishing off stages. So if you want to see this painting, if you want to actually paint this painting step by step with me, a class in this is going to be available really soon. So if you're interested in that, you know what you can do. Sign up to the newsletter. Oh yeah. artistresource.co.uk/newsletter. Top tip! Wet tissues keeping your brush wet till you can clean up. It's so true though. Yeah. Yeah. Because that way you don't destroy them, right? Because you keep that tip of the brush nice and pointed. Because what happens is when you destroy brushes, or when you're doing what I'm doing here right now, you see now I've put that brush in there. That is limiting the lifespan of that brush when I could be extending the lifespan of that brush. But thankfully that brush is an inexpensive brush, so I'm not bothered, right? There's only a few brushes that I own that are super expensive, and I want to buy some more so that I can like properly look after them and be beautiful. But you know, at the same time, just spend what you can afford, because it's just like, you know, I'm all for saving money. Right, let's get some pink happening in here. Again, nice small strokes. I've got a size 1 brush here. Nice small strokes. This is really gorgeous actually. What a gorgeous, gorgeous pinky. Almost like a salmon pink here. And it's all the brush strokes are going like horizontally. Which is a nice contrast to that one there going vertically. And this bit in the middle here, I want to just pinkify a little bit more. Just pinkify it, and then we're going to add some darker pinks around here. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Is there any more pink? So that's all lavender. So now what I'm doing is I'm scanning the painting. So I'm looking from it from top to bottom. And I'm like, is there any more pink? Like, actually, there kind of is round here, but it also has got a lot of lavender in it. So I don't mind there being a little bit. And there's some purples up here. I think it's all purples. There's a couple of like bits in here which are purples. And the bit down there. I think that's kind of it. That's kind of it. Alright, I'm going to clean my brush and we're going to mix up the purple. I'm going to put this somewhere where I haven't laid any paint down. So then, yeah, I'm just going to make a double check. There's no more. Oh, I tell you what there is, what I've kind of missed. And that is, there's some like little strokey bits in the background. Like there's... I tell you what, hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. I actually think there is a little bit of lemon yellow that I've missed. Oh, it's so hot in here and paint's drying really quick. There is actually some in here. And then there's some like pink over the top. So let's get that in. There's some pink over there. Alright. Alright, now. Now. Now we're going to just do these little swipes. Oh, this is fun. Oh, yeah. That is nice. That is nice. Like, we haven't got that much to do today, but what we've got is all crucial stuff. So it's like, it looks like, oh, there's a tiny bit there and a tiny bit there, but this is the point of the painting where all these bits matter. So we're going to do the lilac and the purple, and then we're going to do the whites, and the whole thing is just going to lift up. And I mean, really, at the end of the day, that's the most fun for you guys to see, right? Is the finishing kind of, the finishing shebang, right? Pretty. Thank you, Halo. Thanks, sweetheart. All right. So let's mix up this lilac. Let's mix up this lilac. So we've already got quite a lot of white on there, which is great. We got some red in there, so all we need is a bit of blue in our lives, and we'll be able to get this lilac happening. Now, I'm not squeezing out that much paint because, as we know, we're doing like tiny little sections here. So let's grab that. Now, I know that the paints that I've got here make a really nice bunch of secondary colours. So when you're shopping around for paints, you almost always need to spend a little bit more first of all, because you kind of need to find out which ones work really nicely. Unless you find out from someone like me who's already gone through it and checked them all out. Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to get this. I think this is quite nice. I'm going to do this for some of the dark purple areas. There's like, let's move this out of the way. There's some dark purple right on the top of the hat. Which actually just really looks like a deep midnight blue actually. But it's just adding like a little bit of another dimension. So we're going to go dark purple, we're going to go lilac, and then we're going to go white. That is the plan. So this is giving it like a super load of dimension now. And this hat, like, what do you think like is going on in this hat? Like, it's a kind of fabulous hat, right? It's such a fabulous hat. What is happening in this hat? There's so much happening. Oh, actually, look, I've actually got to make these a bit more. Oh, there was some more pink in there. But, like, what is going on with this hat? All right, I'm going to grab a little bit of pink, because I missed a little bit of pink up there. It's actually here. It's got to be, like, flowers and stuff, right? I mean, whatever's happening, there's a lot happening. Ooh, there's a lot happening in this hat, right? So, more purple, looking out, getting this curve of this hat. Got lots of lovely big thick brush strokes, which is great, which is what we need. We need to get this bit here. There's a bit in there. There's a bit all the way around in here. So expressive. Gorge. I mean, pick me up a hat like that, you know what I mean? Pick me up a hat like that. No, actually, I wouldn't wear a hat like that. Alright, we've got some dark happening behind here. A little bit happening there. Not much, don't overdo it. And she almost looks like she's got a little bit in her eyes. Ooh, another dimension. Pay close attention. And then we're out. So there's nothing on her face. There's no more dark purples. We're gonna go down a bit here. We're gonna add a little bit into here because there seems to be some depth in there. Maybe just a touch around the sleeve, a touch around the back here. Not much, all super subtle. And then kind of a little bit on the fingers, and I want to bring these fingers down a bit because I don't think I went quite down far enough. And then in the bit here, which looks like it's kind of like under her chair. Hi again, hi Alex. That looks superb, thank you. How are you? How's your week been? There's nothing really there. There's a little bit here. I think that might be it. So let's lighten it up. Let's get some lavender happening. Oh, it's just so many colours. It's just so many colours. We've got all this green here. There's some lavender here. And then that's kind of, I'm just going to try and see if there's any more in the background that we've missed. I mean, here, really, I've left a little gap where I should have put something in. So I'm going to just add a little bit of pink. It's actually more like a peach, actually. Hold on. Let's mix up a little peach. Let's get a little peach happening. And we'll put a little bit of peach under here. I think I kind of missed that. But yeah. Yeah, and there's a bit here. So is there a famous painting that you'd like to paint? Have you ever seen a famous painting and thought, oh, I really wish I'd love to have a go at that? Or do you never really think that way? Do you just kind of think, oh, that's nice? Because learning from these kind of artists is like super important. Really, really, really helps. Alright, that's that. I'm doing good, thank you. I'm doing good. Tired, but good. Glad that I'm on the final stage of this painting. Making sure I get my good bit of tea in. Yeah, so let's mix in, let's get a lavender happening. Let's get a lavender happening. Yeah, it's so warm today. How is it where you are, guys? How is it where you are today? Is it still like burning hot in Texas, or has it started to cool down yet? This is almost the perfect lavender. Oh, It is paradise. It is paradise. Right, bit round here. Bit round in here. No more in there. And then I feel like I need a slightly thinner brush now, actually, just to get them strokes happening. I'll use the same brush. Let's get those strokes happening. I mean, oh, actually, hold on. There's some light green there, and it's over the top, so that's interesting. Light green. I've got to put some light green in there. Yeah. And then there's just like a little bit around here. Loads down in this bit. So do you want to see if you can spot any more purple on the actual artwork? Let me take this one down a minute. Can you see any more purple? Like, whereabouts is there more purple? So we've got this section, which has actually got a little bit of pink in it as well. Then I've got the bits up here. Oh, there's a little bit on her cheek here. There's a couple of bits there, a couple of bits there, and then all that bit in the corner there. But I can't see any, so I think the only bit I've missed out is here. What do you reckon? What do you think? Oh, and by the way, remember when I asked you earlier, who do you think this looks like? I'm going to give you a clue. I think, now tell me if you agree with me or not, but I think she looks like the woman from the X-Files, but just in a fabulous outfit. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about. It's completely unintentional. Oh, is that a bit dark? Oh, it's a bit dark. Bit dark, bit dark. Yeah, and it kind of actually goes under there. Ooh. It's actually a real tiny bit here as well, like under her mouth. And there's a bit on her nose. Oh my god, there's a bit there. I've got to say that it's pretty fabulous. The more and more I do on this painting, the more and more I like it. It's kind of like it going across there. I mean, so I've just got to go over and do that bit of green that's there. I've got to sort that section out. But apart from that, I think it's all good. I think I'm going to go to the white. Let's go to the white. So who is it, guys? Who is it? From the woman from the X-Files. Tell me if you think it looks like her. I think it does. I mean, obviously, show my age. I think most of you know what the X-Files is. Okay, so white. Let's get ready. Or should I do that green? Maybe I'll do the green. Maybe I'll do the green because I feel like I want to do the white last. Do you know what I mean? I feel like it needs to be that last final pop. And then what I'll do is I'll scan over it and see. Let's grab that. Let's have that. We'll have that nice minty green happening. Oh, it's definitely more yellow. More yellow. Oh. So, it's like... I think we're all in this together, guys, today. I think we're all a bit tired today, aren't we? We're all a bit like... Life has taken its toll, but we're keeping it together. Oh yeah, we are keeping it together. Oh, it's just so many colours on the face. I love it so much. It's just like, ooh. I don't know if there's any more of that green, like that's there and on the face. I mean, yeah. Oh, it's the little things. Those little pops of colour. I'm going to start getting all radio DJ on you now, guys. Getting all radio DJ on you. I don't know why I'm mixing that up because I don't actually need that colour. I just feel like I do need just... There are some bits like here that needs... And this bit isn't quite so much. I did get a bit carried away there. Let's knock that back a bit. Alright. I think it's time for the white, and then I'm going to kind of squeeze all over it. But I'm kind of like, as in kind of like squeeze on down and have a look if there's any other bits that I need to like put on or anything. Like obviously I could add my own little twisted things and add things that I want to, but I want to try and keep it as much of a study as I can. So I don't want to do like too much adding. I want to try and keep the general kind of vibe of this painting. I'm not sure if I'm like completely happy with that hand still. It's actually sort of like these little lines that go up there. Actually there's a bit of white in there. Let's go for the white. Let's go for the white. Let's go for the white. So many colours on that face though. I can't quite get over it. I can't quite get over how much I'm loving it. I see these brushes, this one's alright, the other one's got a bit crunchy. Okay. So it's white time. It's that time. Alright, so we're going to start up on the... Actually, I'll tell you what. Just before I go on to the white, let's have a little look at the paintings. I'm going to get this one down. So, we can see that on this painting, let's have a good look. We can see that this bit round here is actually quite light. Mine's still not really got that definition yet. So we need to make sure this is kind of like happening, and this section. Obviously the face, there's not any white on there though, so I don't need to lighten that up in any way. But here is all the white, here happening, all this minty green. There's some very white bits over here, not much white over there, but mainly it's this section of the hat and this part of her blouse. So I'm presuming this was a bit of a fabulous blouse from the 1900s, right? It's one of them kind of like frilly things. And so Matisse would just like getting the sort of energy of the frill. Getting the energy of the frill, right? Of the top. So we're going to put that in. And then we're just going to go over it, I think. And we're just going to go over it and have a good look and just see if there's anything it needs. Like, just if there's anything missing or if something seems a bit off or anything, we're going to check it out, all right? And let me know if there's something in the painting that you can spot and you don't think I've done it, tell me. I will be very, very interested to know. Okay. So let's do it. Let's do it, let's do it. Ooh. Oh, oh, oh. Alright, so I'm going to lighten all this section up. I do need a thinner brush. Oh, this is a nice little bit of music for this. Nice and chilled. Getting a bit watery there. Do, 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 do. And this bit actually looks like there's like a slight bit of... Oh yes! Guys, this is it now. This is what I was saying, the white. It's going to lift everything up. But I wish I would have seen if, well, obviously this wasn't a photo, obviously this was done in real life because it was 1905. But don't you wish you could actually see what this lady looked like in real life? Like giving you a glimpse into their life, right? Oh, happening. It's happening. If you've got this switched on and you're walking around your flat right now, come and have a little look at how it's turning out, because it's all happening. The hat is happening. The hat is happening. See, there's almost a little bit of light. Oh, I can't do that now, but there's almost some light blue happening over here. I mean, if I like do this really gently, we'll have the blue coming through the white slightly. Oh, don't go too far down her ear. It's not that far down. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. And there's definitely this is going up. Ooh, ooh. Right, let's get some of this happening. Do you realise I keep saying that? I keep saying let's get some of this happening. Let's get it happening. Let's get it happening. Ooh, ooh. And then there's all these little dots. This is what makes me think that it's like a bit of a ruffly top. Or a ruffly blouse. Because there's all these kind of like short, sharp, sort of little blotches of paint. Ooh, ooh. And then there's like some bits here. How we doing out there? We all right? We good? We good? We good? I'm liking this whole popping of colour. I'm feeling like it needs to join this bit a bit. It looks just like he's had a real great time with the paint. It looks just like he's like, oh, let's just put that on there. Ooh. But don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Tell you what, we probably got that on the palette somewhere, haven't we? Yeah. Ooh, ooh. Gorge. I mean, there's a lot happening, right? There's a lot happening. So much colour is going on right now. It's like just all the things. I feel like it needs some kind of, I feel like I need to like blend these bits out a bit. If I add some water to this, I think it will just pick up a little bit. I want to get this to not be so contrasting. So it's dried already. It's so hot in this room today. It is so hot. It's just drying up. I mean, acrylic paint dries super quick anyway, but this is like, it looks like it did it really fast. It really does, doesn't it? It really does, because it's all the brush strokes are just like boom, 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 block that colour in there, block that colour in there. And that's what I love about it so much. I think it's just really freeing. Like, it's just a really freeing piece. Like, the only bit that you've got to like super concentrate on is her eyes and her face, really, because that's the focal point of the picture. And then everything else is just kind of like drawing you back into the face, which is really, really cute. I'm just thinking, like, I'm trying to like now have a look around and see what I need to just balance it out a bit. Like, what do I need? Like, this bit here, this bit feels like a background here, but it's quite blocky. I think I might need to add some peach into that just to kind of mellow that down so you can really see like the edges, because the edge is here, the edge is here. And I'm just looking, it's really helpful actually to look it on the screen because you can kind of have a good look. I think the hat and all around the hat is great, and around the face is okay. I mean, I think maybe I could knock a bit of this blue out. Actually, there is a little bit of purple in there. Ooh. But yeah, I'm not so keen on this. I feel like I've put kind of a bit too much. So if I show you here on the real thing, can you see this red is almost just to kind of make that bit in shadow, and I've done quite a big area of that, so I feel like I need to mix up a peach and just get rid of some of that. There also is kind of like a lot of white coming through up here, which I could put in here, but I might just do a really, really light peach, just to kind of like, just to give it a bit of variation, because I think if I do it white, it's going to be a bit much. So with that in mind, let's grab this, oh, let's not grab the green, let's grab this peach. And see if we can get a little bit of peach in here. Oh, too pink too soon. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Alright, let's get some whites. And let's get some yellow. Going to get this peach happening. So I want it to just be just a little bit darker, sorry, just a little bit lighter than what we've already got up here. And then we're gonna, oh, now that's not light enough. That's not light enough. That's not light enough. Alright, this is going to be light enough. We're going to knock some of this back. I mean, even in some of this, it's kind of, yeah, that's nicer. It's not so opaque. Looks like it's got that peach coming through. Like pretty, like just, oh yeah. I'm here just lurking while taking care of my kid. Oh, that's fine, honey. I'm glad you're still around. I'm kind of nearly done. I feel like this is going to be a bit of a quick one today. But I do want to just be really mindful of what else I can do. I want to try and sit back from it and like have a good look at how I can tie this like whole thing in. Like, because interestingly, it's, I think now about knocking back some of the colours so that it becomes, you start seeing like all of this bit here behind this hat is all really light. So this green like nearly needs to be knocked back basically. It needs to come back, needs to be lighter, and then down here is where it starts getting darker. So it's nice to have that green coming through, but that bit generally is lighter. Do you know what I mean? And like even with the purple here, it's not so kind of in your face. Well, I mean it is, but it isn't. It is, but it isn't. But I mean the rest of it's looking pretty good to me. I mean, it's good getting this dry brush and kind of going over it, because there are definitely sections that look like it's just kind of sort of rough on the edges, really. You know, like all around here is just like the edges look rough. It's not as smooth as I've done it. Right, it's all got these kind of little rough edges. So going over with this dry brush with just a tiny bit of peach on it is helping to just ease off all this colour. Give it a little bit more of a gentle thing. This is really fascinating. It's fascinating because although it's a really powerful painting, there's something about it that's kind of like gentle and subtle, and maybe that's what he wanted to portray in his wife. Like maybe his wife was like brilliant and fantastic and beautiful and vibrant, but maybe she was also had a gentle side to her. Do you know what I mean? Like I feel like now that I've come into this stage of this painting, I'm kind of getting this sort of gentle, just a gentle vibe about it, you know, which is really lovely. Like, which echoes what I said at the beginning, you know, when I was saying you don't quite know what you're going to get until you do the painting. I mean, this is what starts happening. You start going, oh, actually, you know, you just notice other things. So I'm noticing like just this softness that I kind of hadn't noticed before, but I mean it's there, it's been there all the time in the brush strokes. I mean even the side of the face is kind of like rugged. It's really interesting. It's just all fascinating, darlings. It's just fascinating. So what do we reckon? What do we reckon? I still don't really feel like it's completely done. I'm going to get a bit of light blue. I'm going to go ad hoc now. So everything that I said I was going to do, I've done. And now, as I said, it's all the kind of surprises and the kind of... just kind of seeing what unfolds, really. But I've been pleasantly surprised, I've got to say. I've got to say. So I'm gonna just have this kind of dusky blue just to knock this back a bit. Even up here, I've kind of forgotten about up here a little bit. Let's get that peach back. So what do you think? What do you think, guys? Oh, I can see a little bit of something on her chin there. Oh, wrong brush. Let's get my most expensive brush, which is also my smallest brush, the 00. I think it cost me £15, which isn't a lot of money, but when you want to buy loads of brushes, it all adds up, doesn't it? So I've got to do this tiniest little bit of purple here, and there's a tiny bit here. Ooh, like you just want to do more. You know what I mean? It's like, oh. Do you know the Chapelle de Rosé de Vents? He designed and made stained glass windows for. It's so beautiful. There's a gorgeous video of it. I think it's BBC. No, I don't. That sounds lovely. I presume that's France, right? I don't know, but I might have seen it because I've seen a lot of stained glass windows before. Especially when I used to do the mosaics, I used to do look at a lot of stained glass. So I might have seen it. Is there one that's got like a on the ceiling? It almost looks like it's kind of like almost like sunlight. The way they've designed it, it's like circular. Is that what you're talking about? Let me know a bit more about it, and I'll see. But yeah. Anything else? Anything more? Anything more? But yeah. Oh, now I do know it. I do know it. I've just remembered. Yeah. With the star. With the stars and there's like an image that almost looks like a hand on it. Yeah, I've seen it. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. So nice. South of France, lots of yellow and blues like his cutouts. Yeah, well, interesting, you know, he didn't do his cutouts till much later in his life. I think it was like the last 10 years of his life is when he did the cutouts. Before that was all the painting stuff, which is really fascinating. So, yeah. Let's just get a little bit of these like kind of fine lines. I feel like there's a few fine lines calling to get this last bit. Oh, does this all need to be a bit more green? Hold on. The green actually sort of comes more down here. I need to do a bit more green on the hand. And then that's it, I think. Right, I feel like I'm just looking for things now. So let's do that green. Let's see if we can get this green back up. Here, tiny bit more blue. Yeah, the last leaves of his life, yeah. Amazing, hey? And then that was the thing that he got really well known for. I love Matisse. I've done quite a few Matisse projects over the years. Yeah, I don't know why I kind of did that. That should all be green here. And then there's like swipe in there. But I think it's really interesting because when you're like used to doing a lot of the cutout stuff, it's really nice to come back to like his painting, because it's like that, it does get so like overused, all that, do you know what I mean? But I mean, I love it. It's because it's beautiful and I'm glad, you know what I mean? It's just when you're teaching art, you start, well, I've always wanted to look at like for new stuff and new interesting things. Ironically, in the old, new in the old, but like different versions of things for people to look at that I teach. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. You know what I'm saying. I mean, what do you think? I saw a video of him cutting out tea in huge scissors and cut really fast. Oh, he had huge scissors. He probably had a big mug of tea as well, though, right? You can't do without tea when you're painting. I tell you what, there is a little bit of green there, like it's not white behind there. Just darken that up a bit. And all here is kind of goes all the way down. must be it. That must be it. I'm going to squint my eyes and look at the painting and see if there's anything that mine is lacking. I mean, the only thing I would say is it's the hat and the face. They've got all the attention in the piece of work, and then it's the rest is sort of not as defined. I'm really enjoying watching you paint, making me want to paint too, and I got more energy. No, completely. Oh, I completely agree. Watching people make art is just so relaxing and uplifting at the same time. Even though like you don't get an energy boost from it, you kind of just feel like, oh yeah, you just feel really inspired. Hi Cynthia. Hi sweet pea. How you doing? Happy Wednesday. How are you, darling? You all right? How's it going? Lovely to see you. We're having a good chit chat. Oh, now I've seen it small. Ooh, so we're having a big dog chit chat about Matisse. And I kind of feel like I'm kind of done. I'm just trying to see, like, I'm doing the kind of final thing where I'm kind of squinting my eyes and just having a look over anything that I need to, like, what have I missed? Like, what do I need to do here? And I just kind of can't see anything else. So I think I'm done. Let me hold it up. Let me try and not knock over the water. Oh. There we go. I mean, it looks pretty similar. I'm happy. Now I can see that I've definitely given her a little bit more of that fancy dress thing, the ruffle. I've given her much more of a ruffle happening, and her nose isn't as turned, isn't as pointed, but everything is in the right place. And I've had loads of fun painting it, and I've learned that Matisse was creating this really vibrant painting of his wife, while at the same time kind of showing her sort of subtlety and her, what was the word I used before? That she was just like had more of a gentle personality. Just because of the way the brush strokes are, I just feel like she's just like a sweet, sort of sensitive, supporting. I hope this is true, because this is what is coming out from this painting when I'm doing it. I'm going to have to go online now and find out if she was indeed a sweet, sensitive, caring, lovely lady, or as if she's not, if she's the complete opposite. But the brush strokes were so subtle and gentle, as well as being powerful in colour, but subtle and gentle in the way that it was applied. You know, gives me that impression, which I would have never known unless I'd have painted it. So it's a really, really good advocate to show you that doing interpretations of famous artists' artwork is really advantageous, right? Gorgeous. Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really pleased. I'm going to finish a little bit short of time today. Usually I do like a minimum of 90 minutes. A lot of the time I do 2 hours. But I'm kind of done, so I feel happy with it. I feel like, unless there's anything you can suggest, if there's anything you feel like that I've missed that I can do in another 10 minutes. Hold on. Is there anything you feel like? But I feel like I've got the essence. Oh, no one said. No one said who you thought. Okay, so now a few more people are chatting. Hey, Alex. Your art is amazing. Thank you. Who do you think it looks like if you just look at the face? So look at the face of my artwork, and does it remind you of anyone famous? Because it reminds me of someone famous, and it wasn't intentional. But I think she really looks like the woman from the X-Files. Do you know who that is? I'm going to tell you the name in a minute. But I just want to see if anyone knows. Oh, I'm so thirsty. I'm going to chug some water. Drum roll, please. Gillian Anderson. Don't you think the face looks a little bit like Gillian Anderson? Don't look at the hat, don't look at that, just look at the face. Little bit Gillian Anderson. Tell me you think it looks a little bit like Gillian Anderson. Yeah, right? Don't you think? Which is not what Matisse's wives look like. Matisse's wife. You can see there, can you see that the nose, I should have done a little bit more diagonally this way. It's a little bit more triangular, the face. Oh, I've just spotted a little bit more green actually here. Little bit, yes, right? Just a little, obviously just a little bit. Just a little. No, it looks exactly like her, Cynthia. All right, exactly. That made me laugh. When I came back to it the other day to have a look, I was like, oh my God, it's Gillian Anderson. She, in another life, maybe it was like in another life, she was married to Matisse in 1905. That would have been funny, hey? Anyway, that's it for me. Should I start again? That's it from me, guys, today. No, because that sentence just doesn't go right. That's it from me for today, guys. Oh my God, I need to sleep, I think. But it was lovely having you all here. Thanks to Pooja, thanks to Halo, thanks to Tamiko, thanks Cynthia, thanks Alex. Did I miss anybody? Oh, M Drawing M, lovely to have you. Thank you for joining. I shall be back again same time next week, 7 PM UK time. As usual, you will need to check my socials, Artist Resource, Facebook, Twitter or Instagram on the day to get the direct link. Yeah, and we've had a lot of fun, haven't we? It's just so nice. I'll be starting something new. I might start something new on the Facebook, or I might start something brand new on here. We'll just see how the week turns out, right? Stay safe, stay well, get well, Pooja. Stay well, everybody else. And oh, Alex, she reminds me of Queen Elizabeth. I've just seen that comment there. Queen Elizabeth, just very regal. You're right, they did look very regal back then, didn't they? They had all their kind of like amazing gear on, so it all looked very like, they all looked fabulous all of the time, which I think is totally unrealistic. Imagine trying to look fabulous like all the time. I mean, just once every whenever is hard enough. We make the beautiful things, right? That's what we do. We make the beautiful things. All right, guys, lovely to see you. Keep safe and bye. Thank you so much, Alex. Thanks, everyone, for joining. See you next week. Please subscribe to the newsletter if you're interested about finding out about in-person workshops, online classes coming up. You just want to stay in touch with me and make sure you're kept up to date with everything. Check out the newsletter. I don't send it very often. Maybe once a month, something like that. So it's not like as if I'm sending you loads of stuff. Yeah, and I'll see you next week. Subscribe and click the bell for notifications, because you will get notified. You'll be sent a little reminder, and even before the stream starts you can actually go to the video and it says set reminder and you can click that. So if you do that, you should get everything anyway. The most important thing, is to stay creative. And I'll see you next week. See you later, guys. Thank you for joining. Have a great week. Bye. 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 See you later.